Last Saturday, I finally gave in to my kids' relentless begging. Everyone's seen Ne Zha too, but us, and hauled the family to catch it. With over 300 million tickets sold in China and a global box office haul topping $2 billion by early 2025, I was braced for a packed theater. We rolled up to Beijing's Qiuyang Theater, a massive 1,300-seat venue, but plot twist, fewer than 30 people showed up for a primetime screening. Maybe that 2-hour 38-minute runtime spooked the crowds? No mystery there. We were just late to the party. Most Chinese moviegoers had already caught it weeks ago during its initial release frenzy. As the only foreigners in the theater, we were clearly on a different timetable than local audiences who had rushed out to see it when it first dropped. I'd caught Ne Zha back in 2019, so I thought I knew the drill, but the sequel's opening threw me for a loop. Until the humor hit. The laughs came fast, the visuals were mind-blowing, and those 158 minutes zipped by. My take? It's a riot, funnier and more thrilling than Kung Fu Panda, which also played with Chinese vibes and easily holds its own against Disney or Pixar's heavy hitters. My 6th graders, who are tough to impress, put it in their top-tier animation list, though Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer still sneak ahead. We were hooked. But then I stumbled across some online buzz calling it an anti-American jab. Seriously? Time to dig in. Ne Zha 2 pulls straight from Fengshen Yanni, the investiture of the gods, a 16th century Chinese epic packed with immortals, Taoist masters, and wild battles. Built on a lean $80 million budget, way below Inside Out 2's $200 million. It churns out CGI and VFX that could give Avatar a run for its money. Director YuXu, yes, his name means dumpling, and Cocoa Bean Animation have crafted something that's as hilarious as it is visually stunning, not a preachy lecture. My crew left the theater cracking up, not debating world politics. Still, some folks see hidden messages. Several opinion pieces published online argue that the Heavenly Palace, Changyao or Kunlun sect, with its Pentagon-ish look and dramatic downfall, is a dig at American decline, a big take that to the US Weebos lit up too. With fans hyping China's animation renaissance, while others gripe about it being a cultural propaganda tool. But does that theory hold water? I'm not buying it. Let's get real. The Heavenly Palace isn't a sneaky stand-in for America. It's a cornerstone of Chinese mythology. Called the Kunlun sect in Fengshan Yanni, it's all about celestial order and wisdom, a sacred piece of the culture. If the filmmakers wanted to trash talk the US, why drag a national icon through the mud? It'd be like an American flick blowing up Mount Rushmore to shade China. Absurd. Showing the Heavenly Palace as flawed feels more like an inside job. Classics like Journey to the West love poking fun at authority. The Jade Emperor gets roasted all the time. By taking a swing at the Kunlun sect, Ne Zha 2 might be riffing on China's own traditions or power dynamics, not firing shots across the Pacific. Think it through. If they wanted an anti-US vibe, why not whip up a clear foreign bad guy, a rival empire, or some gnarly invaders? That'd be way less subtle and wouldn't risk ticking off viewers by dissing a beloved symbol. Instead, the film keeps its drama in-house, gods, immortals, and sex, duking it out in a mythical sandbox. It's a Chinese story, not a geopolitical diss track. Here's where it gets wild. Ne Zha 2 has raked in over $2 billion worldwide, making it the highest-grossing animated film ever, topping Inside Out 2's $1.7 billion. It's rolled out in at least 37 countries. Think the UK, Germany, Australia, and even hit 660 theaters in North America. But check this, of that $2 billion, $1.98 billion came from China alone, while North America chipped in just $18.8 million. That's a monster hit at home, but a softer splash abroad. What gives? One critical factor, dubbing. In North America, Ne Zha 2 dropped in Mandarin with subtitles, no quality dubbed version. For Western audiences, especially families with kids, that's a major hurdle. Big Hollywood animations like Kung Fu Panda or Frozen dominate globally because they're dubbed into local languages with familiar celebrity voices. Everyone from toddlers to grandparents can jump in. Without that cultural adaptation, Ne Zha 2 likely lost out on the family crowd, who'd rather hear voices they can follow than read subtitles. The original Mandarin track delivers rich cultural nuance that's perfect for Chinese audiences, but Western viewers often expect more than subtitles to bridge the cultural gap. Critics argue that a polished, well-cast English dub might make the film's epic battles and quirky humor more accessible overseas. It's not that the West wouldn't vibe with it. They just need it served up their way. Ne Zha 2 up against Wolf Warrior 2, $854 million. Or The Battle at Lake Changjin, $913 million. Jingoistic flicks that flopped overseas amid political blowback. Ne Zha 2? It's racking up fans worldwide without that baggage. Sure, China's government gave it a boost with promotional support, but where's the proof of some shady agenda? No blatant propaganda vibes here. No Maotai liquor plugs on wine jars or black myth. Wukong Easter eggs on giant pillars. It's just a scrappy, creative swing from a team gunning for a Chinese Disney or Pixar moment. The film's domestic triumph has fueled nationwide celebrations, group screenings, company-sponsored trips, and a palpable sense of national pride. This isn't unusual. Americans felt similar pride when Pixar broke new ground. It's not propaganda, it's cultural achievement being celebrated. So do we need to fear China over Ne Zha 2? Please, it's a rollicking animation, not a manifesto. The Heavenly Palace isn't a Pentagon knockoff. It's a cultural gem ripe for a little self-aware ribbing. My kids ate it up. I had a blast. And we didn't walk out dissecting global rivalries. If it hasn't taken the world by storm, chalk it up to the dubbing snag and cultural differences, not some secret plot. With a refined approach to localization, Ne Zha 2 could win over even more global fans. Until then, grab some popcorn, kick back, and soak it in. It's a good time. Don't overcomplicate it.